Right, short date and learn objective. Please press pause and then we will start the lesson. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so we can the first part of the lesson is really quite straightforward. It's just answering questions on a bar chart. So let's have a little look. Just remembering when you're doing, we generally speaking, we'll have the numbers up the side and then the towers going up in this direction, isn't it? Okay, so when you come to draw your own, you do need to just remember that, okay? And you see on this one, they're going up in twos. Now you have to decide the sensible way of doing it, and it depends on how big your page is, but you have to work out the gaps. So sometimes you can go up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 like that, and go up in 10s, 10, 20, 30 depending on what your numbers are. Does not have to start at 0. Okay, this one does start at 0, goes up in 2s, nice and straightforward. Okay, so the sort of questions you ask isn't the very easy ones. On which day was most ice cream sold? Saturday. On which day was the least ice cream sold? Wednesday. Yeah, and you can work out on Wednesday there was 9, on Saturday there was 19. Okay, how many more, again the sort of questions is how many more were sold on Friday than Tuesday? So yeah, quickly answer that one. Okay, how many more were sold on Friday than on Tuesday? How many more ice creams were sold on Friday than Tuesday? Pause the video while you work that out. Press play when you're done. So let's have a look. On Friday, 16 were sold. On Tuesday, 12 was 12. 16 took away 12. 4. How many more were sold? 4 more were sold. Okay, 4 more. Okay. Again, really straightforward. You could get a question, and then it can get a little bit tricky. We've got to be just a little bit careful. How many days were more than 12 ice creams sold? Okay, quickly answer that one. Pause the video while you do. Press play when you're done. So, how many days were more than 12 ice creams sold? Well, let's have a little look. And this is the key bit, more than 12. Okay, more than 12. So on Monday, on Tuesday, and this is the tricky one, isn't it? They sold 12. Now 12 is not more than 12. Okay, so on the Tuesday they didn't sell more than 12. On Wednesday they sold 9, didn't sell more. On Thursday they sold 13. Now 13 is more than 12, isn't it? So obviously on Thursday, Friday and Saturday, how many days? So that was 3 days. On 3 days they did not sell it. So just be careful, more than, less than. That sort of vocabulary if you're not tripped up, that's all. Okay, and then you could be asked, you certainly will be asked things like how many were sold in total. How many were sold in total? Okay, it's not very easy to read, is it? Okay, pause the video while you work that out. Okay, how many were sold in total? And then press play when you're done. And again, we just need to work our way through. Okay, so how many were sold on Tuesday? 12. How many were sold on Wednesday? 9. How many on Thursday? 13. How many on Friday? 16. And on Saturday? 19. And we just got to find a way of doing these that sort of suit us. Now it's your choice, okay? But it's amazing how many people know how to do these, but just make silly errors. Sometimes you look for number ones. There's no kind of obvious ones. The ones I'm going to go for 13 and 12 because I know that adds up to 25. And then I'm going to add 9 to that, and I'm just getting rid of 34. Okay, 34. So I've got rid of that as well. So when you've added, then I know that 34 and 16, that's fallen quite nicely, comes to 50. Okay, 34, let me just check, comes to 50, so I've added that one. Now I'm going to add 19. So actually in total, 69 ice creams. 69 ice creams were sold, okay? Well done if you added that correctly. If you didn't add that up correctly, you need to take more care. Okay, simple as that. Right, so there's a few questions where you're answering based on that, but most of the lesson will be involved drawing your own, okay? So here I've got some data. And I have to turn this data into a bar chart, okay? So this is a record of how many portions of fruit and vegetables were eaten on each day for 4 weeks. Now so on the first day 3 pieces of fruit and veg, and the second 4, and the third none. 3 pieces, 4 portions, sorry, not pieces. Right, okay. So our first step is to come up with a tally chart, okay? So we're going to see what we got. So there are days where none was eaten. There are days where 1 portion was eaten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see, is any more than 6? No. Okay. Then with a ruler in your case, I'm not going to use a ruler. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do a tally chart based on our data. Actually, we'll just leave that one there for our results. Okay, and we can do this for our tally. Okay, so this is our tally, and this is our total, and that's just turning our tally into a total. Okay, so you do that for this one because there are 6 different answers. Okay, from 0 to 6. We go through there, and actually when you come to do this thing, what you can do is and I'm happy for you to do this on the sheets. So 3. Okay, so I'm going to cross that off there, and I'm going to put a tally on 3. 4, I'm going to put a tally on 4. 0, I'm going to put a tally on 0. I'm just going to work my way through 3, tally on 3, 4, tally on 4, 2, tally on 2, 3, tally on 3, 1, cross it off, so I know I've done a tally on 1, 3, cross it off, tally on 3, 5, cross it off, 2, 4, 3. Now remember, when we're doing tallies, we go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, and we cross it with 5s, and so we're working in 5s. 4, 3, oh, yeah, 3, 2, 4, cross that to there, 5, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 2, 3. Cross it off there, so I can see now. Right, it's only 1 0, isn't there? I must have made a mistake then. There's 2 1. Sorry, I made a mistake there. Oops. Okay. Right, so 0 amounts of fruits, that happened once. Eating 1 fruit portion of fruit and veg happened twice. Having 2 happened 5, having 3 happened 10, 7, 2 and 1. So this is our key data now. We've turned our results into a tally. We've got our totals, and from this point is where we do our graph. Okay, from here we do our graph. Now, again, the spacing is dependent on how much space you have got yourself. Now, I've only got small amounts of space on these boards. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn this data into a bar chart. Okay. Right, so let's have a look. I'm going to start off just to work out how I'm going to go up and down, how many numbers I'm going to put up the side. Okay, so because I can see it starts at 0, I'm going to start that at 0 because my numbers, and the highest one there is 10. So really all I need to do is to go in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Luckily I've got enough numbers here. Now when you do yours, these numbers are going to be bigger. So you have to go in larger portions. You don't always have to go into 0. So this is the key thing, is working out your scale up the side. Okay, that's definitely the trickiest thing. But now remember, I do not put the numbers in the spaces between. I use the lines. 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, this is my y-axis, and down here is my x-axis. Now across here, I'm going to do the amounts of fruit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go. This is going to be 0 amounts of fruits. One fruit and veg a day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now across the bottom, when I'm doing my bar, I do put them in the box. Okay, I do put it in the box because it's going to be a full bar. So I do put them in the box here. I would leave myself a lot more space here, and I'd have to put here number of portions. Okay, so you give yourself more space. I've not really allowed myself space because I know I'm not going to have enough room to do the graph otherwise. And down here the same, you're going to put amount per day. Okay, and that's your frequency up the side here, your frequency of portions. Okay, frequency. Okay, I'll just put F there. Right, so let's have a little look at this data. Now on naught, total of 1. So with a ruler, I'm not going to do a ruler because otherwise it goes up to 1. I look at my data 2. Okay, 2 goes for 2. Now you can, like in the last graph, leave gaps between if you want. I haven't got enough. And number 2, it goes up to 5. Okay, you must use a ruler. Okay, I know I probably should as well. So 2, yeah. Then 3 goes up to 10. So we go up. I'll use a ruler for this one. Okay. Not very neatly done. Sorry. Up to 10. You make sure you're much neater than me, because I have to do mine quite quickly, and it's not quite so easy on a board. Okay, then on the next one, that's terrible. 4, it's 7, so it goes to 7, so I can just go across there, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to do a freehand. Then add 5 portions twice, and then 1 portion, 6 portions once. Okay, so here we have, and that's, you know, sort of, it'd be nice and neat like that. Okay, we must make sure we label the different axes. I know we've done a little bit of this in science as well. Okay, so make sure we label the axes. Right, so the work you need to do today. Okay. Start off page 62. Page 62. Let's just do questions 1 to 4. Okay, fairly straightforward. Okay, and then can you go on to the sheet attached? The sheet attached. Okay, and that's going to be where you're going to be drawing them. Okay, so the sheet that's attached to the portal. Okay, there's a graph that needs to be drawn. There's also an extension. Okay, there's also an extension at the bottom of that. Okay, so if you do have time, have a go at that. It's a bit, you know, extension is quite a good challenge actually. All right. Okay, good luck with that, everyone. Okay, careful when you do the drawing. Use a ruler for all your straight lines. Think carefully about your scale going up the side. Make sure you label the different axes. Okay. Right. Okay. Good luck with that. Bye.